Welcome race fans to Fontana, California and the Auto Club Speedway for the third race of the EPRL Samsung Cup Series Season 1. So we are here for a 30-lap race at this 2-mile D-shaped racetrack, and we got Chris Kyle in the Burger King number 46 Chevrolet on the pole. Alongside him, starting second, is going to be Frankie Peterson. Starting third inside row 2 is going to be Dylan Young. Fourth was one race ago the Texas winner, Brandon Bain. And running at your top 5 inside of the third row is going to be Jordan Ippolito. So after 2 races, Eddie Jones and Evan McLean have separated themselves from the pack. Will we see anybody join them here today? Let's get the cars rolling off. And deep in the field, I just saw Eddie Jones, the Daytona 500 winner and the current point leader after the first 2 races. So yeah, 60 miles here at Auto Club, but we're calling it the Auto Club 400 because we can. And yeah, here we go. Coming out of turn number 4. Pace car will duck down onto the pit lane. 30 laps at Auto Club. What are we going to see? Are we going to see a second, are we going to see the third different winner of the season? Green flag in the air. We're underway. Onto the backstretch for the first time. Chris Kyle gets the lead, and he will bring him down into turn 3 for the first time with Dylan Young right behind him in second. And here comes Dylan Young to the bottom. He wants to lead the first lap of the Auto Club 400. Can he do it? Not quite. Ethan Roberts is in the wall, and that could trigger more problems. Look out. Sean Henley has to get around him. Getting awfully dicey back here. And now there's trouble. Brandon Bain is in the wall. And Rob Bush is in it as well. Colin McNaught on the apron trying to save it. But they're racing back to the line. And Dylan Young is in the lead, but look at who is coming on the inside. That is Evan McLean. 2 second-place finishes to start off his season, and he's going to be third at the line as Dylan Young wins it back, followed by Chris Kyle, and then Evan McLean. All right, so Rob Bush and Brandon Bain, the Texas winner, have wrecked in turns 1 and 2. I believe Carter Kozlowski got damage in it as well, but let's go back and see what happened. Before we get this replay, look at the rear bumper here of Garrett Jones. I don't apologize for anything, and I'm assuming Brandon Bain is expecting an apology there, but I don't think it's going to be coming from Garrett Jones. Here it is. Garrett gets into Brandon Bain, turns him into Rob Bush, and those two hit the wall very hard. Look at Carter Kozlowski drifting it and saving the 41 from spinning out, and he didn't even get in the wreck. So some good driving there by Carter Kozlowski as Rob Bush and Brandon Bain have turned it around in turn 1. Let's ride on board with Carter Kozlowski, barely missing this crash. So Carter Kozlowski just sneaks around that crash, but Rob Bush and Brandon Bain have hit the wall pretty hard in turns 1 and 2, and they are still in the race, but they will probably be pretty far off of the pace. So we got Dylan Young in front of Chris Kyle. Third is Evan McLean. Fourth is Frankie Peterson, and fifth is Sean Galligan. Sixth is Christian Janes. Seventh is Robert Piet. Eighth is Connor Breton. Ninth is Jordan Ippolito, and 10th is Jeffrey Finguy. Before we get the green, let's quick check on Eddie Jones. 19, right in front of his teammate, Carter Kozlowski. So, yep. There they are, Dylan Young up front to get us racing on lap 7 out of 30. 24 laps to go, still plenty of time for these drivers to run down the 65 car. Here we go through the through the tri-oval. The green flag goes in the air. We are underway once again at Auto Club. Usually in turn one, drivers fan out and make moves, but the only moves that I saw were being made all the way in the back, and I believe that may have been Dion Scott, and there was one other driver, but as it come down the back straightaway, look at Evan McLean. Second place in the first two races, wants to get a win under his belt, and it looks like it might just come here at Auto Club. Racing for the lead coming out of turn number 4. Robert Piet making it 4 wide. That's no biggie at Auto Club, though. We can fit 5 wide here and have no problem. I don't know about that, but sometimes they can fit 5 wide. I guess I'll put it that way. That's a pretty good view, just showing the speeds. 208 miles an hour going off into the corner. Evan McLean leads, but Dylan Young is going to be getting some momentum on the outside. A great view here of Auto Club Speedway as Evan McLean is going to lead the lap. Let's check in. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Thought they were going to wreck there for a second. I saw Chris Summers all the way on the bottom. That it may have been 5 wide. He's either 4 or 5 wide, so I just wanted to watch that quick. And here comes Chris once again to the bottom, but this time Trey Normile and Andrew Schwartz are going to make contact. Now Schwartz and Summers are making contact, and they keep it together. So now that they've calmed down, I guess you could say, let's quick check on the back. Oh, way up the track is Sean Galligan. Okay, I'm not going to leave this lead pack for now. We got to watch this because this is getting way too intense to just quick check on any drivers that are off the pace. We don't want to check on that right now. As Robert Piet, your new leader. Whoa, Schwartz rim riding up there, and Hayden Klein was in the wall. Now Sean Galligan is in the wall, and he can't get off it. Galligan sideswiping the wall, trying to get off of it, but he can't. That could definitely cause some fender damage. Chris Kyle goes up the track. Did I just see Eddie Jones going for the lead? Well, not for the lead, but he's coming up here to take a top 5 position away. As Evan McLean gets shuffled up high, and now Andrew Schwartz has gotten into the wall pretty hard, and he's going to fall all the way to the back of this lead pack. Alright, there's Rob Bush and Brandon Bin. We wanted to point them out earlier to see how far back they were, and we just showed you where they are right now. Whoa! They're trying 5 wide. I think I saw 6 wide there for a second, but they're 5 wide down the back stretch. Frankie Peterson backs out of it. Great call by the 96. That could have been disastrous. Whoa, Garrett Jones up the track as well with Anthony Osage too. It's amazing that we've only had 1 caution so far. Look at Trey Normile going for the lead. And he is going to take it. Trey Normile out front for the first time in his career in the Samsung Cup Series. Let's see who's all back here. Just saw Evan McLean. Looks like he's getting freight trained at the moment from the outside line. Ippolito helping out Chris Summers. Finn guy kind of pinched him up the track there. Carter Kozlowski is well up the racetrack along with Connor Breeden and Trey Normile, allowing Robert Piet to go back to the point. Let's go watch Robert Piet here for a bit. Get him some TV time. Here comes John Dillon, last in points. 3 wide for second. Alright, Robert leads the lap, but look at this battle going on back here. Colin McNutt turns Carter Keselowski into the wall. And they keep it together, but they're rim riding it, and now there's more trouble in front of them. And that was Eddie Jones and Zach Buchanan, but they save it as well. I don't know how, but somehow nobody ended up crashing in that. A lot of drivers were in the wall, but they keep it together, and we stay green. But that just ruined some good days there. Carter Keselowski, Zach Buchanan, Jeffrey Finguy, and Eddie Jones. Eddie looked like he may have had a second win going for himself, but now he finds himself 37th, and now there's more trouble. And this time it will bring out a caution. That's Chris Summers and Dylan Young. Now Dion Scott piles in with Jeffrey Finguy. Colin McNutt is around as well. Second caution of the race, halfway through it. We're going to get you back to the front here. They're racing back to the line, and it's Robert Piet in front of the field, and he will win it back to the start-finish line. All right. Finguy off the pace. Buchanan is blowing up. Colin McNutt is wrecked. Dylan Young is in it. Dion Scott. Unfortunate break for all of them, but let's go back and see what happened to Carter Keselowski and Jeffrey Finguy, and then Eddie Jones. Alright, well, here is what happened. Let's go aerial on this. They were trying 5 wide, and Ethan Roberts was giving him enough room, but Colin McNutt just got pinched by Jacob Grant, causing Carter Keselowski on the outside to go around. Colin McNutt gets into the wall, and Jeffrey Finguy, innocent bystander there, gets in it as well. Now, let's go up here to Eddie Jones. Whoops. Alright, there's Eddie. The Daytona 500 winner has now stacked up. Oh, that was actually kind of a fault of Eddie's own there. He turns Zach Buchanan up the track into Christian Janes, and they all make contact with the safer barrier. So now let's go and see what happened to bring out the caution. Looks like Chris Summers and Dylan Young just weren't quite giving each other room. Looks like Dylan Young pinches Chris Summers up the track, because Eric Burton was forcing Dylan up the racetrack, and then Dion Scott, nowhere to go, cuts down, gets into the side of Garrett Jones, and comes up the track. Then Zach Buchanan, Jeffrey Finguy. Oh, that's where Colin McNutt just barely gets hooked in the quarter panel and gets sent into Dion Scott, sending him around. And then there's Brandon Bain going through the carnage. So that is what happened to bring out the caution. Robert Piet is out front. Let's get you back to the action. Back for the restart here with 10 laps to go. Robert Piet is out in front. John Dillon is second. Third is Evan McLean. Fourth is Devin Hargett. Where did he come from? We weren't even talking about him, and now there he is in fourth. Fifth is Connor Breton. Sixth is Trey Normile. Seventh is Cole Freilich. Eighth is Jacob Grant. Ninth is Mitch Speed. And 10th is Courtney Simpson. I think Eddie Jones might be the last car in the race. Oh, maybe that was, yeah, I think it was a glitch there. But yeah, still got 39 cars left. Quite a few of the drivers back here have damage. Find your favorite drivers. We quickly go back to the front. We already went over your top 10. So here we go. Robert Piet is going to get us back underway for a 10-lap shootout to the checkered flag at Auto Club. Green flag in the air. And Piet leads him back down. Comes John Dillon underneath Robert Piet, going for the race lead, and he's going to get it on the back straightaway. Evan McLean in hot pursuit right behind him. Now he jumps to the bottom. He's gonna get loose. Connor Breton right behind him in the 70. They're gonna try for 3 wide for the lead. But John Dillon powers around all of them, and now it's 3 wide for second. John Dillon really hasn't made much noise all season long, but here at Auto Club, he is up front with 9 laps to go. Evan McLean finished second in both of the first two races here in the Samsung Cup Series, and he wants to get a win. And here he comes to the bottom, looking for the lead, but Connor Breton gonna get his nose underneath the 08 and get, well, at least try to get the position away from Evan McLean. Trey Normile kind of pinched Courtney Simpson up the track. All is good there, though. Look at Mitch Speed and Sean Henley and Brian LaFleur Jr. We haven't talked about them all race long. Pretty much all season long, really. Speed actually had a pretty good run last week, a 6th place finish at Texas, but where did he come from? Running 3rd, and now he's going to fall to 4th, but still a very solid run for Mitch Speed late in the going at Auto Club. Evan Gattuso is there too. Look at him in the Oakley Chevy, making a 4 wide pass. Piet was so far up you couldn't even see him. Great racing action going on here at Auto Club Speedway. That's I accidentally looked up there, and I just realized that Dylan Young might be a problem with lap traffic. We got 6 to go, so we might catch him, we might not. John Dillon on the outside, Sean Henley on the inside. Both trying to get Evan McLean on both sides of the racetrack. And is that a 5 or maybe 6 wide battle going on there? Seth Cole, Eric Burton, a lot of the drivers that we haven't talked about all race long have suddenly popped into the picture with just 6 laps to go. Will they be any contention to win this race? Cole Freilich goes underneath Sean Henley. Speaking of drivers we haven't talked about all race long, Freilich, the Daytona Shootout winner, trying to make some noise at Auto Club. I believe if we have a caution right now, the race would be over, so let's hope they can keep it clean. And if they're going to wreck it, better be on the last lap, because they're going to race it back no matter what. Cole Freilich to the bottom for 2nd, and he's going to get it from John Dillon, but he might try for the lead, and he will. Freilich trying to get the spot away from Sean Henley, and he's going to have Mitch Speed pushing him. 4 laps to go at Auto Club Speedway. But this is getting dicey back here. Connor Breton, Evan Gattuso, and they're going to go around. Connor Breton is in the wall. This is going to be the race back to the line for the checkered flag. Who's going to get there first? Mitch Speed. And now we've caught Dylan Young. Dylan Young is going to be a problem going into the final corner. Speed on the bottom. Freilich on the high side. Dylan Young, the off-pace car, is going to hold up Speed, but he's going to go to the bottom. It's going to hold him up just enough for Freilich to get around him and win the Auto Club 400. Freilich is the winner. And the pace car is out. Evan McLean, 2nd in points, is in it. 2 second-place finishes in a row. Now he's going to finish what looks to be 34th here in the Auto Club 400. Andrew Schwartz is in it. But what a finish, as Eric Burton actually was able to get into the 2nd position. It's really too bad Dylan Young was there, because I think we might have had a side-by-side battle coming to the checkered flag for the 2nd straight race. But either way, an incredible way to cap off this race here at Auto Club. Let's go back and see what happened to Connor Breton. Well, Breton just forces Evan Gattuso up the track and into the wall. Seth Cole just barely did what Carter Keselowski did earlier in the race by just drifting right around all the carnage. Is that it? No, Andrew Schwartz was wrecked. Oh. We missed it. He ran into the back of Evan McLean. Oh, that's a hard hit. And then Schwartz hits the wall. Carter Keselowski drives around it. Oh, Rob Bush. Oh. Oh, look at all the sparks that come just the second they make contact, and it's enough to send him hard into the outside retaining wall. So a vicious hit there by Rob Bush. So, wow, look at Robert Piet thread the needle. I just realized that when I was going back up here to the front. Freilich, that was the winning moment. So let's get you to the checkered flag where Cole Freilich will pick up his first points win in the Samsung Cup Series. Cole Freilich, car number 84, won the Daytona Shootout to kick off the season, but this is going to be his first points-paying win of his Samsung Cup Series career. So he's going to win the race over Eric Burton, who's going to finish second. Third is going to be Mitch Speed. Fourth is Sean Henley. And fifth, coming out of nowhere, Julie Stewart. Sixth was Robert Piet. Seventh was Joshua Balkin. He also came out of nowhere. Eighth was Trey Normile. Ninth was Kyle Smith. And tenth was Anthony Osage in the 50. So, Joshua Balkin, Julie Stewart, Kyle Smith, and Anthony Osage. We didn't talk about them all race long, and they finished inside the top 10. Man, I really would like to see what that finish would have been like if Dylan Young wasn't there. That would have been an incredible finish to this race. But either way, it was still a great one, and Cole Freilich is going to get the best end of it. So as they come through the tri-oval to the checkered flag, Cole Freilich is going to win his first points-paying win of the season at Auto Club Speedway. Finished 6th and 13th in the first two races. Now he will get his first win here from the Auto Club 400. Congratulations to Cole Freilich. Let's get a look at the finishing results. And here they are. Cole Freilich wins it over Eric Burton. Eric Burton was second. Actually, we already went over your top 10 on the final lap, so there's first through 28th. Brandon Bain, the Texas winner, sticks out there. He's in 28th position. It's not the day he wanted. And there is the rest. Jeffrey Finn, guys, Zach Buchanan, Chris Summers, Andrew Schwartz, and Evan McLean all finish out of the race. Eddie Jones finishes 29th. Evan McLean finishes 38th. So the two drivers that dominated in the first two races did not have the same effect here at Auto Club. So they're going to try to turn their seasons around in one race for the fourth race of the season here in the Samsung Cup Series, which is it's unofficial as to where this next race is going to be, but it looks like it might be at Darlington, Dover, or maybe even Pocono. So, yep. Congratulations to Cole Freilich. He was already in the All-Star race, so because we're going to have an All-Star race here in the Samsung Cup Series. We want to point that out quick. That's going to be at Charlotte, the 10th race of the season, so congratulations to Freilich. He was already in the All-Star race because of his Daytona Shootout win, but this just adds to the great start of the season Freilich has had. So congratulations to the 84 Under Armour Chevrolet team. Here's the celebration screen.